Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baseball Talk with Nick Morgan. So today, we have the 2018 Major League Baseball Trade Deadline Part 2, and we're starting off with a really big name. Padres deal Brad Hand. The Padres receive Indians future star catcher Francisco Mejia for relief pitcher Brad Hand and right-handed pitcher Adam Simber. Right now, for the 2018 season, I say that the Padres definitely lost this trade, and the Indians go ahead, get Hand, and this pitcher I've never heard of, but Indians have a great chance of making the postseason. They're winning a whole lot of games, so they need a relief pitcher that they can trust, and that is Brad Hand. Padres, 2018 season's not for them, so if they go ahead, make some big moves in the offseason, get a few more players that can really help them offensively, then Francisco Mejia will really help them. I mean, he's a great catcher, big bat, and I don't think he's going to be able to carry the team by himself, because that's not what baseball is. Baseball's a team sport, so right now, I'm thinking the Indians got it, but you never know. You might see the Padres next year be doing really well. Francisco Mejia might have a lot of home runs, RBIs. He might be doing a whole lot for them. We have to wait till next year to find that out, though. Right now, we know Brad Hand is going to help the Indians a whole lot. So now we have the next trade. It's the Mets sell closing pitcher Familia. So the Mets traded Familia to the Athletics for the Athletics' number 17 prospect Will Taffy, right-hand pitcher Bobby Wall, and $1 million for free agency. I think this trade was a total wash. There's no need for it, I don't think, for either team. The A's, I thought, already had closer Blake Treinen. Maybe he's not a closing pitcher. I thought he was. But Familia's known for blowing a few saves. He's a wild card. Maybe it's just because of the Mets, and the Mets don't win a lot of games, so maybe he just kind of doesn't feel like going out and pitching for them. But I don't think the A's really needed him, and the Mets are getting no one prospect-wise, and they're getting $1 million, but we all know the Mets don't spend money. So unless this $1 million for free agency goes to signing Bryce Harper next year, which won't happen because the Mets aren't going to get him, there's no need for this $1 million to come into the Mets, but that's just my opinion. We're going to move on to the next trade because, I could talk all day about that one, and we don't have all that time. So Nathan Eovaldi goes to the Red Sox. Red Sox received the much-needed starter from Rays for AAA starter Jalen Beeks. And I mean, right now, I guess the Red Sox won the trade. Red Sox are sitting first for the AL East. They definitely have a postseason spot. Eovaldi, though, when he was with the Yankees, wasn't that great. I don't know how great he did with the Rays either, but I mean, at least they have another starting pitcher now. We'll see. I think he's actually been doing really well with the Red Sox. So, I mean, that's good and bad because the Yankees don't want the Red Sox to win. I want them to just pretty much lose every game possible, but you can't win them all, especially if you're a Yankees fan right now. So, we're going to move right on to the next trade. And this is actually pretty cool. The Tampa Bay Rays got Tommy Pham from the Cardinals. So, the Rays sent their number 14 and number 25 prospects, which is outfielder Justin Williams and left-handed pitcher Genesis Cabrera, as well as right-handed pitcher Roel Ramirez to the Cardinals for outfielder Pham. Pham's been a really great outfielder this year. He's been doing pretty well offensively. Defensively, he's stellar. So I like this trade. I mean, the Rays are definitely looking for long-term, like the Orioles. They're definitely not going anywhere this year, especially after dealing Archer. So, I mean, I think this is nice for both teams. The Cardinals are really, under the radar, and the Rays are way under the radar. So this could potentially help both teams out, and I really like this one. Now we're going to go to the D-backs and the Marlins as they make magic happen before the trade deadline. The Diamondbacks receive left-handed reliever Brad Ziegler for minor leaguer and right-hander Eovaldi. I don't know what his first name is. It's just Eovaldi, so can leave it at that. I say the D-backs win. The Diamondbacks also got Jake Diekman from the Rangers in a separate trade. So the D-backs are actually really helping out their bullpen. This is really nice. They're close to a wild card spot. They should definitely make postseason. And I love the Diamondbacks, and I hope that they do well this year. And these two bullpen guys will definitely help them exceed. Now we have the Indians receiving outfielder Leonis Martin in exchange for shortstop prospect Will Castro to be sent to the Tigers. So don't know much about these guys. I'm going to say it's a win for both teams just because of that. But, it's just big name teams that definitely make the postseason, definitely could make the postseason, making moves. It's awesome to see that something's going on and that they're not too cocky thinking they can win with the roster they have, because quite frankly, some of these guys can't. Now the Red Sox deal for Kinsler. The Angels get minor league pitchers Ty Buttrey and Williams Jerez for the second baseman Kinsler. Again, Red Sox win. You don't know if Dustin Pedroia is coming back. I hate to say this, that the Red Sox win this trade. But it just kind of is what it is. Dustin Pedroia has been really well for them. Or he's been doing really well for them. Now that he's hurt, they need Kinsler to back him up. And, if the Red Sox were to go really far into the postseason and Pedroia's not doing his best, Kinsler's definitely there to help him out. So the Sox win this one by far. We're actually going out to the Phillies. They traded for Aaron Loop from the Blue Jays. They sent right-handed pitcher Jacob Waguespack, I don't know how to say his last name, to the Blue Jays, and they resold Loop. I see the Phillies win just because they got him, traded him back away. I forget who they got off the top of my head, but they got someone. I think it might have been Wilson Ramos. So, that's a big trade for them. The Phillies are definitely a very surprising team this year. Making the postseason for them is going to be really huge, and especially going pretty far, which I think they can definitely do. This is a really big trade. The Reds get 3 players as they sell Adam Duvall. Braves pick up outfielder and all-star Adam Duvall after sending outfielder Preston Tucker, right-handed pitchers Matt Wiesler and Lucas Sims. Braves definitely won. Duvall's got a big bat. He's an all-star. Braves are also another team that can go pretty far in the postseason this year if they make it, which I think they definitely could. I know I'm saying that about a lot of teams, but it's insane how many contenders we have this year. Adam Duvall is really going to help out the Braves in the outfield, and I think it's awesome. I think it's really great. I love the Braves. I love the Phillies. Seeing them exceed after really being almost a nobody at the start of the season is amazing. So now we have the Yankees. They add to the bullpen with a Twins trade. Yankees receive Lance Lynn and bonus pool money. They also get money from Mariners in a separate trade, while Yanks send first baseman Tyler Austin and right-handed pitcher Luis Rijo to the Twins. They also sent Chasen Shreve and someone else away, I think to the Cardinals, for a first baseman I never heard of. That I don't have in this video, but I know it did happen. And the Yankees, Lance Lynn's definitely going to help the bullpen. I think he pitched today against the Orioles in a devastating loss, so, it is what it is, and hopefully the Yankees can just turn this season around, and the second half around. Now the Cubs add a bullpen arm in Brandon Kinsler. They take him from the Nats for minor league pitcher John Romero, and the Cubs won, I guess. I don't know these guys, so I can't really grade the trade, but we'll see how they do with their new teams. Now the Braves join in on deal with the Orioles. The Orioles are definitely a big trade contender this year. They gave away a lot of people, got a lot of prospects back. So the Braves added reliever Darren O'Day and starting pitcher Kevin Guzman for right-handed pitcher Evan Phillips, catcher Brett Cumberland, left-handed pitcher Bruce Zimmerman, infielder Giancarlos Encarnacion, and international slot money. Braves win. Like I said before, they could have a postseason spot. Orioles are looking for the future, so they both could win. But I'm saying Braves for the season definitely won this one. Now we have from the Marlins to the Mariners. The Mariners get veteran outfielder Cameron Maybin, and sell minor league infielder Bryson Brigman and international pool money to the Marlins. So, those two teams aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So just making last minute trades just because I think it sounds really cool. I've always been into the trade and the trade deadline, so I love seeing what teams do. And here we're going to move on. We're almost done with this video. The Pirates get reliever Keon Kela from the Rangers for number 7 prospect, left-handed pitcher Taylor Hearn, and a player to be named later, which is still unannounced. So, again, I really can't rate this trade because I have no idea who they are. And we have 2 more trades left, so the second to last trade, Astros and Blue Jays trade closers. Astros give the Jays right-hand pitcher Ken Childs, David Paulino, and Hector Perez. for All-Star Osuna. Currently suspended, but he is eligible for a postseason. He made some really bad decisions with domestic violence and stuff, so Osuna could potentially play for the Astros in the postseason. Right now, he is ineligible to play for the regular season. For this one, I don't know. I guess the Astros won because Osuna is so good, but we don't know how good he's going to be coming out of this suspension. We'll see. I mean, also the Blue Jays aren't going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. So, again, just a trade that's kind of cool to see. The Astros are doing really well this year. So, having Osuna in the long run will definitely help them. And the final trade we're going to cover is the Mike Moustakas trade, which there were a lot of speculation going around. We thought he was going to go to the Yankees, but no. Brewers pick up Mike Moustakas as Royals get minor leaguers Brett Phillips and Jorge Lopez. Brewers win this one. I don't recall where they are right now in the standings and wild card or whatever, but the Brewers have been up there with wins, and they've made headlines a lot this season. So getting Mike Moustakas from the Royals, it's going to be a great impact. And I'm pretty sure Mike Moustakas is pretty happy about this trade too, because the Royals are doing terrible. So at least now he's on a potentially winning team. So I don't know. I think it would have been better if he went to the Yankees, but that's also just me being biased. So I can't really do that with this. Great trade. Brewers win for sure. And that's going to end this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't already, check out the trade deadline part 1 video. Link to that in the description below. I'll see you all next time. Peace.